Good evening. My name is Morgan Beck, and I'm here to inform you of gas prices, of the trends of gas prices around the world. As you know, gas prices can differ around the world and even from around the corner. Some key factors are taxes, fuel blends, and the price of crude oil, the wholesale price of gasoline, and the supply and demand of gasoline. So who in the audience is sick and tired of fluctuating gas prices?
I am.
Me too.
I second that.
Do you know of any reasons why the gas prices can fluctuate?
Supply and demand.
Okay, just said that, so that helps. Anybody else? So as you know,
Disasters.
yeah, that is also true. Luckily, our state is not ranked the highest for gas prices. Hawaii and California are among the top two that are ranked, and right now their gas prices are like $3.46 a gallon, and that has to do with supply and demand one, and they have different fuel blends for those states. So in California, they have a lot of environmental restrictions and stuff like that, so they have to use a specific fuel blend that is right for their economy. So that is one reason why their gas prices are so high. And if you think about Hawaii, they're a standalone state, so they have to import their crude oil or gas for that particular state. And then they also have a higher tax for gasoline too, and they have a broader margin. So those are other contributing factors to those particular states. Okay. So do y'all know what crude oil is?
Not really.
Okay, so
Processed.
that is true. So you can't have gasoline without crude oil. So the price of gasoline is going to be dependent on the price of crude oil. And according to a 2012 article titled "Why Gasoline Prices Are So Different Around the U.S., the answer is chaos. And it's referring to the high gas prices. And of that, they think that relies on crude oil prices. And in this study, there was never been a more diversity in crude oil prices, which led to diversity in the gasoline prices. So crude oil is a naturally occurring, unrefined petroleum product. It is a type of fossil fuel that can be transformed to produce usable products such as gasoline and diesel. So right there, you get your crude oil that turns into your gasoline. So crude oil that is landlocked in the Midwest has had tremendous supply surge lately, and the cost was $95 to $96 a barrel, which is actually a pretty decent price compared to the East Coast, which they have to get their refineries to import them from West Africa and Europe, and that can cost about $125 a barrel. So you see the difference between East Coast and even Midwest. So that's one reason why they're so different around the U.S. is, the price of crude oil is different from even the Midwest to the East, and you got the West Coast, the gas prices are $3.46 a gallon. So now that we have covered one topic of how it affects it, we're going to talk about another issue, which is supply and demand. And supply and demand, I don't know if y'all know what that is, but it's really easy to understand, a lot easier than the other ones, just kind of what it sounds like. Gas prices are going to fluctuate, and because of that, supply and demand. So you might drive by a gas station one day and you see, for example, the other day gas prices in Welcome, where we live, were $2.46 a gallon, and yesterday they were $2.67 a gallon. Just in a day's time, it's raised by almost 30 cents. So supply and demand might have an effect on that. So according to an article published by the Kendrick Oil Company, when the demand for a commodity rises, the supplier will meet that demand at a higher price. For example, people tend to drive a lot during the summer. You're going on vacations, going to the beach. So your people are spending more money in gasoline. So fuel retailers get very smart, and they will raise gas prices along the major highways. That way you're driving down the highway, you're going to take an exit And that gas prices, they're gonna raise it because people need gas. So they're gonna meet the increased demand for fuel by the public. So right there's supply and demand. And then also, according to that same article, the suppliers will lower the price due to the abundance of a product. And this encourages consumers to purchase more. Increased supplies of crude oil have helped lower oil prices. This increased supply has led to a decrease in the price of gas at the pump. So now that we've covered 2 more points, we have the last point, and we'll hopefully clear up some points about this topic. So according to the NACS fuel blends, the wholesale price of gasoline and the taxes can affect the price of gasoline. Something as simple as the taxes, you wouldn't really think, but can affect it. So according to the NACS, taxes play a role in price variations by state. All retailers in each state must assess the 18.4-cent federal gas excise tax. Each state may require a different type of fuel blend based on the environmental conditions, like California. So the most common cause of gas price fluctuation in a local region stems from the different wholesale cost because of business strategies. So according to the NACS, the competition in some areas can play a huge factor. A branded operator may receive a price discount so that the brand is more competitive in that market. Some people may not even think that the price of real estate could also affect that. So, if you've got a popular gas station on the corner, that's going to be a lot more in taxes and real estate than, a gas station that doesn't really get as much business. So, to conclude, in this speech, we have discussed the 3 main points, which are supply and demand, how that can affect gasoline. You have your wholesale prices, your real estate, your taxes, and your different fuel blends. So there's your all main points. So while gas prices change daily, there's a lot of things that can influence them on a day-to-day basis, and those things are the things we talked about. So gasoline is something that is used in most people's everyday life. It is also something that will be continually used in the future. So whoever knows, next time you pull up to the gas station pump, you might think about some of these main tips that we covered in this presentation. So hopefully you learned something today. Thank you for your time. Thank you.